Klein Kariba has so many leisure facilities. Join us and we'll show you what they offer. From heated pools to quad bikes to horse riding to golf and many more. Good morning everyone and welcome back to another beautiful day here at Klein Kariba. As the sun slowly rises over the horizon, we find ourselves at one of the most peaceful spots in the resort, the dam. There's something incredibly calming about being here this early in the morning. The air is crisp, the water is perfectly still, and the only sounds are the gentle calls of birds waking up to greet the day. This dam is not just a scenic backdrop, it's a hub of relaxed outdoor activities that the whole family can enjoy. Let's start with one of the most popular options, pedal boats. These are perfect if you want to explore the dam at your own pace while enjoying a bit of light exercise. It's easy fun and a great way to take in the views from the water itself. If you prefer something a little more traditional, there are also rowboats available. Rowing across the dam gives you that classic peaceful experience. Just you, the water, and the rhythm of the oars dipping in and out. It's quiet, slow, and incredibly soothing. For those looking for a bit more adventure or variety, you'll often see guests simply drifting along, soaking in serenity. Whether you're on the water or sitting along the edge, the atmosphere here invites you to slow down and just be present in the moment. And honestly, even if you're not doing anything at all, just sitting here and staring out over the water is an experience on its own. The reflections of the surrounding bush, the gentle ripples, and the stillness of the morning create a sense of tranquility that's hard to put into words. It's the kind of place where time seems to pause. This morning, we decided to make the most of it and head out early to the dam ourselves. There's something special about being out by the water before most people are even awake. It feels like you have the whole place to yourself. Of course, no visit to the dam would be complete without trying your luck at a bit of fishing. The dam offers catch and release fishing, making it both enjoyable and sustainable for everyone who wants to experience it. There are log cabins by the dam. have a fish on the line. So, with rods in hand and plenty of excitement, we cast our lines into the calm water, hopeful for a good catch. The anticipation builds with every passing moment, watching the line, waiting for that telltale tug. And then it happened. A bite. The line tightened, the rod bent, and for a moment the adrenaline kicked in. We had something on the line. Carefully, slowly, we began to reel it in, trying not to rush, trying not to lose it. It was one of those moments where everything else fades away. It's just you and the fish. But as the stories sometimes go, just as we thought we had it, just as it came closer, it got away at the very last moment. A mix of excitement, disbelief, followed by laughter. The one that got away, always the biggest, right? Even so, it didn't take away from the experience. In fact, it made it even more memorable. Because that's what this place is all about. Not just the activities, but the moments. The quiet mornings, the shared laughs, the little stories that you take home with you. Whether you're paddling across the water, casting a line, or simply sitting back and soaking in the view. The dam at Klein Kariba offers a perfect escape from the rush of everyday life. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, and it's a reminder to slow down and appreciate the simple things. So, if you ever find yourself here, make sure to spend some time at the dam, especially in the early morning. You never know what you might experience or what might get away. The zipline at Klein Kariba is a 3-in-1 activity. It is an adventure drive to the first slide, easy hike between the slides, and then 8 slides on the zipline course. The longest is 260 meters, and they are more than a kilometer in total, surrounded by nature.
Anybody put some zip lining?
It takes approximately 2 hours to complete the course. It was great fun watching the younger generation zipping past the restaurant veranda. There's a little notice of where the flood was in 2014. This is the games room at Klein Kariba. There's some pool and table tennis and some other games. Paddle is a fun mix between tennis and squash, played on a smaller enclosed court with glass walls that you can actually play the ball off. It's typically played in doubles, making it a great social game for families and friends. The scoring is similar to tennis, but the rallies are often longer, which means more action and plenty of laughs along the way. Here at Klein Kariba, the paddle courts are set in a beautiful, relaxed environment surrounded by nature. Whether you're a beginner picking up a racket for the first time or someone a bit more competitive, it's easy to get into the rhythm of the game. Paddle is not just about skill, it's about fun, connection, and enjoying the outdoors. So next time you're at Klein Kariba, grab a racket, find a partner, and get ready for a game that's as entertaining as it is addictive. Presumably a coldest swimming pool. No, it's warm, nice and warm. So here we go into the swimming pool. It's probably going to be cold when I get out, but so be it. Here I go. Oh, it's actually awesome. You want to see? There we go. It's still early morning. It is lovely. It is freaking awesome. Oh, nothing like a swim in a warm pool in the beginning of winter. Okay, so this is inside. It's way more busy because I'm sure the water is much warmer. We have this spa in the corner there. We'll try that out later. Some pool. Grandpa is done
swimming now.
This is one of the heated pools outside. So we're on our way to the pool again via the information center so that we can see what to do. We're going on an adventure ride through Klein Kariba.
En dan welkom bij ons ATKV avontuurritte. Ik wil niet zeker maken, het is de eerste keer waar we samen met ons rijden.
Ja.
Dank je toch. Weet je wie komt zitten? Ik denk, nee. Want als je nog steeds die quadbiking vat, dan ga je ons niet achterin komen. So die mij gaan willen zeggen ook. Dus niemand hier die trouw, is net ons.
Dit is voor die paardje.
Ja, zo wel. Hey, was het te laat terug, was het te vroeg terug. Je van die. Ja. En dan nog een ding, ik denk dat het is die man wat zwanger is. Ja.
Oeh.
Nee.
Alsjeblieft.
This is alright. Maar ik zeg dat achter te komen is allemaal alright. Dus ons kan vertrekken. Dat ik weet dat ik ook veel heb. So, anders er...
Nee, kijk op. Verder.
So hierdie kleintjies hierso. Dis sal kos wees wat van hulle gaan na rammetjies wees en van hulle gaan die oetjies wees. Maar agteruit gekom is altyd om te check op hulle gesig meeste van die tyd. Want jy gaan sien aan die oetjies, hulle het so wit kolletjies en bo kan die wit hulle het so swart gesig. Alright, en in die rammetjies van die as dit kleiner is, moet ons sê dis mos die rammetjies. So dan die rammetjies, as hulle dan kleiner is, gaan sien hulle die swart gesig, bo kan die swart gesig, hulle die wit kolletjies. En die wit kolletjies sal so baie erg sien as jy begin groot raak. Gaan sien is meer witte op sy onder sy oogies. van die rooibok. En altyd jy moet 'n dominante wees wat sy met al die ooitjies loop. Een hele boonste gebied, dis waar die voortrekkers ook gebly. Tyd toe hulle saam met die Britse baklei het. Hulle daar ook gebly. En dan die klippe wat ook daar missing is, dieselfde klip wat hulle gebruik om die enige gebou te bou.
anybody for some zip lining?
Today at Klein Kariba, I pushed way beyond my comfort zone on my very first solo quad bike ride. Nerves turned into excitement as we followed our guide through beautiful bush trails until I took a tumble off the bike. A bit of a shock, but all part of the adventure. I got back on, powered through, and ended up loving every second of this unforgettable experience.
Okay, yes. Then on the mountains, when I start doing like this, it means you are going down now. Okay. So you leave your accelerator, 4 fingers on the brake, you hold your brake till you get to the bottom part, you slow it down, so it goes slowly, 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 and then you let it move. Okay, because if you come to a complete stop, it's gonna force you to use the accelerator. Yes, and then otherwise, when going up on the rocks, you press and hold, not too fast, but as much as it can climb, then you keep moving. The rest is flat. Otherwise, when you get to the water, we don't splash. We go very slow. First to the right, you 1, 2. Then you press your brake. Press the brake button.
Yo.
That's on video.
Katleho was such a patient and caring guide and an outstanding videographer.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We just need to recap Klein Kariba. We stayed there for 8 nights on campsite number 14. It's between the ablution and the little hill at the back. It was a quite nice leveled, paved stand that we were on. The ablution, like I said, just across the road. The road that goes past the camping site that we stayed on was just for the people camping on that side. The more busy road that goes into the restaurant and the swimming area and so is a little further away, which was quite nice. The ablutions were very clean. Everything was well maintained, functional. We really enjoyed the family bathrooms. They were huge, lots of space to put your stuff. And what we mostly enjoyed about Klein Kariba were the Nyalas that came to visit us every day. They were demanding food, but otherwise they were just roaming around and watching us. A huge problem would probably be the baboons. Not so much the bearded monkeys, but the baboons were raiding quite a few of the tents. That's where people didn't lock away their stuff. And it's quite a huge troop of baboons. What we also really enjoyed were the swimming pools. The outside swimming pools as well as the inside swimming pools were quite a nice temperature. The area outside the pool where you put your stuff is a bit small. So it gets very humid inside the area. Even though lots of windows are open, you still get that stuffy feeling when you swim there. And the inside pool wasn't clean every time we went there. We found it a bit dirty twice. But the outside pools were exceptionally clean if you think it's autumn and there's lots of leaves falling. So we mostly enjoyed the outside pools. Then there's a lot of entertainment. We went quadbiking, a 4x4 adventure ride, which was quite bumpy. I did fall off the quad bike, got a bit bruised, but otherwise fine. And we watched people ziplining, which looks incredibly nice. We didn't try that though. Maybe, yeah, we over the age limit rather. But the restaurant is awesome. We had a buffet breakfast there, a lunch meal.
And just milkshake.
Yeah, so that was enjoyable. What else did we like? Oh, the dam. We went fishing, caught 2 fishes. 2 separate days. The one didn't come out. The one came out, was close to the side, and it got away. But it was nice sitting next to the dam and just watch nature. There's not a lot of birds at Klein Kariba, probably due to the lots of baboons there. I think stealing the eggs and so on. The other thing that's maybe not so nice about Klein Kariba is how close you are to your neighbor, because it's like approximately 2 meters space between the 2 stands. So if you have noisy neighbors, it's slightly annoying. But if you're happy to camp close to other people, Klein Kariba is the place. There's lots of space to walk and cycle at Klein Kariba. And you are allowed day visitors. The same amount that you're allowed on your stand can visit you for a day at a price. And there's lots of places to visit around Klein Kariba, like the crocodiles and the cheetahs. And we took a ride to Modemole Mall to see what it looks like there. And yes, otherwise we'll definitely go back to Klein Kariba.